up, y'all, man? I want to talk about Kevin Durant and his interview he had on First Take with Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. They talked about a variety of things, about his free agency. Stephen A. talked about, what he said, past things he said about Kevin Durant is about moving to the Warriors and how it was the weakest move in basketball. He said, I wasn't calling you weak, but I was calling the move weak. Okay, but they got to the nit and gritty, what I was really waiting on, which I already knew the answer to, that Kevin Durant wanted to play in the NBA Finals. He told them right out, they asked him the question, what happened with the NBA Finals situation? He said, I wanted to play. We were down 3-1. I was thinking if I came in the game and I played, I can get more spacing for Klay Thompson, more spacing for Steph Curry, and I can guard Kawhi Leonard or help guard either Kawhi Leonard or Siakam. And he said, yeah, I wanted to come in and hopefully we turn it around and win. And I wanted to see the confetti coming down, with all my friends and family on the floor and having that feeling of winning the championship. Now, he also said, maybe I shouldn't have came back, but hindsight is 2020. He said he felt like he can play. He said he felt like he was healthy enough to play. Everybody, after Kevin Durant got hurt, everybody said the Warriors pressured Kevin Durant to play. If you go listen to the interview, he also said not one of his teammates came up to him or anybody in the organization came up to him and said, we want you to play. We need you to play. He said, logically, you know that those guys want him to play because he's one of the best players on the team, and we down 3-1. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they wanted me to play, but no one pressured me to play, which I told people. No one pressured Kevin Durant to play. Kevin Durant wanted to play, people. You know what I'm saying? I know people had their own opinions about the Warriors not taking care of him, like Kendrick Perkins, or the Warriors not taking care of him, people pressuring him. Kendrick Perkins, this is to you, your friend, who you said is your good friend, Kevin Durant. He came on First Take and said, no, zero people pressure him to play. He wanted to play, which I already knew that. I made a video about it after he got hurt and told y'all that Kevin Durant wanted to play. But I also said this. I said the Warriors probably should have saved him from himself. They probably should have said, son, yes, you want to play. But now this is one thing Kendrick Perkins did say, and he was correct. The organization has to sometimes save you from yourself. He said Doc Rivers told him, because I remember he didn't play in the NBA Finals in that second championship go around with the Lakers. He said that he wanted to play. And he said that Doc Rivers told him, and the organization told him that he's not going to play. That's what they probably should have did to Kevin Durant. They probably should have said, no, you cannot risk, getting your career playing. We're not going to let you play. They should have probably did that. But the ultimate decision of playing was Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant probably told them, hey, I'm healthy enough to play. I feel good. You even see in the pregame, he was dancing. He was hopping up and down, dancing, and I'm looking like, man, this dude is healthy. He's ready to go. I thought he was going to be like limited, like he was going to be, you know what I'm saying, he's going to have like some limitations or something like that. But when I was seeing him hopping and doing all that stuff in the pregame, I'm like, man, he like he about close to 100%, or he wouldn't be doing all this hopping. Now they asked him, Max Kellerman, I didn't get the answer that I was looking for about whether it was a Achilles or was it a calf strain. Now Kevin Durant said, he probably gave the answer without giving the answer. He said, I don't know nothing about the anatomy. When Max Kellerman said the calf is connected to the Achilles and all this stuff, do you believe the calf injury led to the Achilles injury? And that's when Kevin Durant said he's not educated on the anatomy like that, but he said maybe it has something to do with it. I think all along it has something to do with the Achilles. I think he strained. I believe he had a slight tear in the Achilles, and the doctors then probably told him he has a slight tear in the Achilles. With some rest, it will heal. Let's see how you feel after a couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. and then we'll revisit it. And they played Portland without him. They swept Portland, got rid of Portland, and I believe it was like 2.5 weeks because they did play Toronto up until Toronto had a 3-1 lead, so it was like what, 3 weeks away. And I believe Kevin Durant told them that he wanted to play. Just like I said, now that everybody bashed the Warriors and bashed Steve Kerr, said Steve Kerr was lying and all that, now y'all got the truth from the horse's mouth, from Kevin Durant's mouth, saying, no one pressured me. I got zero pressure from the organization. I got zero pressure from my teammates. I wanted to play. That's a closed book. I mean, but I already knew that, though, because you could put 2 and 2 together because, listen to this. After he got hurt, he could have went on Twitter and could have went on Instagram or whatever platform he uses and bashed the Warriors. Y'all shouldn't have let me play. Y'all got me a misdiagnosis. A lot of people said he was misdiagnosed. Kendrick Perkins said he was misdiagnosed. Everybody was saying he was misdiagnosed, that he didn't have the correct information. Maybe KD don't have the correct information. How I know he had the correct information is when Steve Kerr said, not only did our doctors evaluate him and tell him what was going on, his doctors, and then they brought in a third party for clarification on what was going on. So Kevin Durant knew all the information. I believe it was hidden. I believe it's going to come out later, probably 5-6 years from now, maybe even 10 years from now, the truth of what happened. I believe they all knew it was a slight tear in his Achilles. They didn't want to put that out to the public because you have to shut him down at that point. Now, at that point, you have to shut him down because if you know it was a slight tear to his Achilles, why would you let that man go out there and play with even a slight tear to his Achilles and risk rupturing his Achilles? So it was kept under wraps. Let's see how it heals. Let's see how it responds to treatment. Let's give it 3 weeks. And they didn't want it out there in public perception that that man had. So they made it a strained calf, which is not as perceived as being a career-ending injury, a calf injury. So they left it at that. But yeah, Kevin Durant knew all the information, y'all. All the information. And he wanted to play. He said, I wanted to play. But, that's, people can have speculations. People all speculated of what happened before it happened. I just wanted to hear Kevin Durant just confirm that he wanted to play. And on First Take, he said, I wanted to play in the NBA Finals. I wanted to feel like, I wanted to have that feeling of being a champion again. I felt like I could make the difference. I felt like I could either help guard Kawhi Leonard or Siakam. I can create space on the floor for my teammates to be successful. And, it didn't work out. Hindsight is 20/20. He got hurt, and the rest is history. But let me know what y'all think about it. I'm out. Go look at First Take. You can look at the interview with Kevin Durant and Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, and you can hear everything that Kevin Durant says about playing in the NBA Finals.